Hi. Oh, I can't talk to you. Never mind. Oh, real dumpster diving. Let's go. Useful rags. They work as bandages. I will take it. That's into the map. Sarah, where is your goddamn clinic? I'm at a bloody loss. Here it is. Oh my god. I've gone through the entire map looking for you. Hello, stranger. I don't know why it's an Australian game, but I get real southern. Stranger, the gangly young man hurriedly wipes his hands on his coverall. You're not wearing coveralls, but okay. When he sees you, his carrot orange hair, because that's really favourable description for people, flops over his eyes as he gives you a broad grin. Who are you then? Just duty blogs wandering the wastes. Barter crew up from Westonia way. Barter crew looks behind you. Crew of one? Look, I don't have companions yet, buddy. Do not rub it in. He shrugs and smiles. Not the strangest thing I've heard. Hey, let me know if you come across any scrap, especially radios. Whereas hen's teeth out here, I have both of those things. Anyway, welcome to Brookton. I'm not the official welcoming committee or anything. I don't think there is one. I'll ask Mick. But I'm just some guy who talks a lot, so I've been told. His name, this is Cole. Now I can't even remember who mentioned you. What do you do? Mechanic, sort of. I like to fix machines and take them apart and fix them again. It's kind of a never-ending cycle around here. How much of your time do you spend in Brookton? A lot. Most of it, I guess. There's usually a job somewhere around. I mean, I was in Beverly a few weeks ago, in Alderside, I think last month. But often I sit at the hall and work on stuff there. Mad says, who's mad? There are days on end where I don't talk. This is fucking delightful. Yep. I think she thinks I talk too much. I mean, fuller sentences or longer sentences wouldn't go too far astray. What's there to do around here? Well, traders are always coming through. Help out at the clinic or the farm if you've got the know-how. Pub's pretty popular, of course. Lots of stuff. There's the guy in the cage. If you're like a little extra crazy in your day. Oh, where's he? I haven't seen him. Tried to take on our barter crew, but that didn't really work out for him. Got any news for me? News? He taps his chin, thinking. It's echidna breeding season. I've never seen a wild echidna. I do not live in the right part of Australia. I'm from the tropics. Not from the dusty, hot areas where the echidnas are native to. So keep an eye out for trains crossing the road. Oh, that's not used, that's a fact. Sorry, need anything? Mate, have you ever had fizzy water? I have, and it's repulsive. Sparkling water is vile. His eyes light up. I had some at a pub once. I spent ages trying to get the nozzle right, but then I couldn't find a small enough air compressor. I'm pretty sure Mad's still angry I covered her in sugar syrup. She said it made the flies 100 times worse. Ooh, sugar syrup would too. Attracted lorikeets too, but oh, not the birds. Bye. Wait, I thought you wanted parts. Rip. He doesn't actually want the parts from me. He's apparently being facetious. What's with the black swan? Okay, well, we found the clinic. We still have that little portion to do. Bye, kitty. No, this. Whatever. Sarah's clinic and sometimes a hospice. Hello, can I help you? She puts down the rags she's tearing to make bandages and gives you her full attention. Who are you? Sarah Taylor. My husband and son run the farm outside of town. What does she need? Distilled water. What do you do? Town doctor. Mostly I dispense pain relief and a dose of reality for people who forget what really matters. I brought you distilled water delivery. Frida sent you, did she? She gazes at you for a moment, then sighs. You're very sweet. I wanted her to come and see me herself. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, there's a koala. I'm sorry. I thought if she came here, it might help Sean. She drums her fingers on the table. Who's Sean? Well, it can't be helped. Did she at least give you the radio? Yes. She takes the radio and presses the talk button a few times until she hears a squawk. F-bomb. This is Sachet over. Reader's call sign is F-bomb? There's a moment of scrabbling static, then Frida's voice crackles through the dusty speaker. This is Frida. I take it this means my delivery arrived on schedule? Chicken, are you there? No chickens here, only sheep and camels. There's a pause, and then you hear Frida laughing on the other end. Sarah cracks a small smile. You didn't tell me you were sending a comedian. I didn't know, but I'm glad the two of you are hitting it off. Sarah's an old friend of mine, Chook. You can trust her with anything. Could you bring back bandages or maybe some iodine if Sarah can spare it? I won't have to send the next bloke with radiation burns and the runs all the way to see if I can treat him here instead. I'll see what I can scrounge up. Sachet out. She travels through a beaten brown leather bag on the ground and hands you a bottle of iodine and some bandages. Here, that ought to do it for a while. Who are those bandages for? Whoever needs them. She pats the pile of unwound scraps. What's important is I have lain in the sun and then been boiled, so they won't get anything nasty in a wound when it comes to wrap it. Comes time to wrap it. Fair. Got any news for me? Nothing you couldn't get from other people with more time on their hands. Wow, the backhanded shade. Need anything? A full surgical suite? I wish you luck with that. Her expression doesn't change, but she glances at you before continuing. For real though, distilled water is always in high demand. Woody pear, Mari tree sap. I don't know what either of those things are. Lemongrass shoots. That I know what lemongrass is, so I couldn't gather what a lemongrass shoot is. The usual. How do I end up in Brookton? Was it the accent that gave me away? If she has one, it's imperceptible. I moved here after I met John, and when we had Sean. Oh, your kid. Okay. It made sense to say somewhere safe. She looks at the walls with unexpected fondness. Brookton's served us well so far. Okay, what do you have in stock, dear? She has a lot of meds. Meds good. I still don't know about the soap, though. My money is dwindling because I don't sell anything. I don't know what's like scrap for selling and like scrap for like useful shit. I'm afraid to sell anything. I think I'm good, to be honest, until I die and then I'll be back. Potassium iodide that can slow radiation poisoning from buggering up the thyroid gland. This is no silver bullet, but if taken at the right time, it can save a life. Oh, shit, that's expensive. I can't afford that. Bye. Yep. Okay, so that's the end of the site. Nope. Check up on Sid's medical room. I've got to go in. Okay, give me a sec. Sid! I know he's outside. Good to see you, young Sheila. Ugh. He gives you a friendly nod. No, nothing much. What did you used to do? If you're running these past few years of a Perth way. It was a solid gig until some shitheads set the processing plant on fire while me and Damo were in the middle of knocking out our allocated batch. Bastards. Who do you think set fire at the processing plant? Ripers. Really's my word. I can't even tell you why, but this game I'm struggling to read. Is it the font? No, there's nothing wrong with the font. I don't know. Maybe my brain just is weary after a day at work. Riley's Rippers. He spits on the ground. Bastard's been dead 20 years, but his legacy of being a monumental piece of shit lives on. I'm sorry that I can't help you with that. Move on. Show your spoils to Mick in the market. What spoils? Good. Don't you forget it. I didn't grab any. Where is your wheelie bin? Yeah, where is your wheelie bin? That ain't a wheelie bin. Sarah's ambulance. It can't clock quite as many miles as once did, but it's... Miles?
It's fucking Australian, mate. We should be using kilometers.
Miles. Pah. Hey, it's the dude in the cage. Yo, what up? Hey. Oh, he's blind in one eye. The blood-splattered raider surges to his feet as you approach, gripping the chain link of his cage. Hey, pretty lady. He smiles, showing dark gaps where his teeth used to be. Beautiful lady, gorgeous lady, light of the moon and the stars. Yeah, what do you want? Get me out of his cage. Free Dead Ringer. Is that his name? He tilts his head to the side and gives you puppy dog eyes, complete with pathetic whimpers and useless pawing at the sides of the cage. I'm pretty sure you must be in there for a reason. He shrugs. So, riddle me this. He takes a closer look, squinting in the harsh sunlight. Civvy. He pouts, folding it in himself. We've all done bad things. Do I deserve to be out here in the baking sun? Not even a scrap of shade? No water, no food? Is this mercy? He hisses the words. Is this justice? You know, I do agree about the sun. Third-degree burns are absolutely no joke. Who put you in here? Military-grade Barbie. He lifts his hand above his head, estimating height. Okay. But she's not the decision-maker. That'd be old gut wound. He grins, slicing across his abdomen with his thumb. Whose gut wound? Goes by another name now, does he? That's right. That's right. He says off into the distance towards the marketplace. He breathes the words so low you can almost miss them. Mick. Joe. Why do you call Mick gut wound? It's what he called himself. You should ask him. He'll be in for a bloody good time. He grins. The sight is not pleasant. Why should I help you? Why shouldn't you? His retort comes quickly, like the crack of a whip. Don't you care about justice? What will you do if I free you? He peers at you. Free? Nah, man. None of us are free. If we could do whatever we wanted, I'd be flying up there with the birds. He lets out a trilling whistle. A convincing facsimile of a local bird call. But getting out of this cage would be nice. What will you give me to let you out? Extortion's a dangerous game, friend. He breathes the words as if fogging a pane of glass. He watches you with beady eyes. I'll tell you a secret. I won't fight you. Dealer's choice. He grins. What'll it be? I don't even know why he's in here. It feels really bad to be freeing some dude who probably like is a murderer and a rapist, but at the same time, I don't live in this world. It's just tell me a secret. He wags his fingers at you like a disapproving teacher. No key, no nookie. You've got to give love to get some. Oh, so I need the key first. Lordship and bondage. Free Deadbringer. Wow, that is super vague. Ah, okay. Let's go ask Mick. Yo, Mick, you got the key, bro? Oh, we go a little further this way as well. Okay, let's just finish this building. The gazebo. Prrr. Sticky beak. Find 50 points of interest throughout broken roads. It's a kitty! Hey, kitty. I can't do anything with the kitty. Rip. I want to pet the kitty. Aww. Must be nice to get on the beers without fear of being glassed. I mean, fear of glassing isn't a typical problem you have in Australia. Oh, there's a wall there. Oh, don't mind if I do. I guess it's just the same thing over and over again. Yeah. I thought it might be two different, like, trigger markers, but no, it's not. Do you guys have aught for me? No, they do not. Must be nice to get on. Yeah, is that okay? That guy is probably not going to say anything. These kids again. I still feel like I'm going to get stabbed in the back by these children. If you're not on a barter crew, the life of a travelling merchant is usually a solitary one. Those who find someone to travel with are a lucky lot. Alright, alright, alright. Come here, Mick Jones. I know you just escorted me here. Or I escorted you here. But I have a bone to pick with you. Well, tell me the trades then, ne? He sizes you up. You've got that good trade day glow about you. I didn't buy a single thing. It's not true. I bought you quest items. No hiding it. Now, here Westonia is planning some new kind of democracy, and I do politics best with a beer or two in my belly. Pub's right there. Excuse me, I just need a moment of your time. The speaker is a tall, broad-shouldered man, well-groomed, with a gold necklace and gold bracelet, glinting in the sun. Look at that face. That does not look like someone you can trust. Despite his size, he moves with a fluid grace. Oh, are you a fighter? I need some of those. He reminds you of nothing so much as a big cat. Attractive, smiling, and dangerous as hell. Well, that actually appeals to me. Who the hell are you? We're kind of busy here. Can you business wait? Sure. Spit it out then. All the humour is gone from him, like he senses a threat. He's alert and focused. We do not put two S's in focused, for the record. His eyes never leaving the newcomer. James Wakefield. His voice is low and calm. My name is James Wakefield. I'm glad to have met you, Mr. Jones, as I come bearing a proposition for you and your people. A proposition, he repeats, flatly and dismissively. Better make it quick, mate. He holds out his hand, palms up. He holds his hands out, whatever. Let me be plain then. I come from a powerful community to the east. We're rebuilding civilization, but we'd like to invite Brookton to be a part of that effort. Join us, and we can end the age of grubbing through the relics of the past. Join us, and we can usher in an age of miracles. His eyes narrow. You want us to bow and scrape to someone who's never even looked our way before, who never had the good grace to come and say hello himself. He spits to the side. Civilization. And what do we get out of it, pray tell? Civilization will bring the rains? Fill these fields with weed again? What happens if we say no? Remain silent, nihilist. Civilization? What a joke. Civilization caused all this. He stares at the stranger silently for a few seconds. We've got nothing but your word to go by, mate. Show us some of these miracles if you're so keen to bring us into the fold. He chuckles. Mr. Jones, I was merely sent to make the offer. I'm a messenger, not a diplomat. If it's pretty words you're after, you're not the man I thought you were. Well, Mr. Not a Diplomat, why don't you piss off back home and tell your overlords that if they want us kissing their boots, they're going to have to prove those boots are worth the tongue. Till they can, the answer's a hard no. He takes the answer with equanimity. I must ask one more thing. We can offer your people many things. Food, water protection, freedom from want or care, the future in its limitless possibilities, rather than scratching at or living on the edge of darkness. He said no, weren't you listening? What kind of guarantees are you offering? Maybe we like the darkness. The only way anyone's free from want or care is if they're dead. And what's the cost of that protection? Absolute obedience? You're not the first to try that one on, mate. Wouldn't be the first to succeed either. Wait, what does it say? Of a person, a bastard, of an action, to do it poorly. Who are you? Where do you come from? You seem to know a lot about us for someone we've never met before. You know what? I'm beginning to see who's the arsehole here. He gives you a small smile. Perhaps if your companions showed as much introspection, they wouldn't have been so quick to resort to aggression. His voice has descended to a low growl. Mate, you're about to get boot polished where the sun don't shine if you don't take a hint and rack off. No need to be rude. You know, I do quite agree with James here. I think Mick has been, like, hostile unnecessarily. This conversation really just required tact and politeness. His tone is mild. You've made your choice clear. My duty was to ask, and so I have done. Be assured that I shall sleep soundly tonight. A good evening to you all. He says after Wakefield, thoughtful. Tomorrow we can send someone to follow his tracks and find out where he came from. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Oh, I'm going to need a beer or 5 after that ordeal.
You only riled yourself up. Okay. See yous in the pub. You're killing me. You're killing me. Head to the pub and get your beers on. I don't drink. Did I finish the map? I think so. This rangy woman's face is careworn, her face toughened by the harsh Australian sun. Her clothes are perfect for stalking the bush, and her gun's grip is polished by years of use. She spares you a quick assessing glance and carries on with her conversation. Ella, Mishti, if you're not going in for a pint, then stop blocking the door. Let Jess through, yeah? Good day. Her name is actually Dreamer. Okay. She stretches and
Been a
yawns.
hell of a day, yeah? Gotta head back and spell mad. She'll have gotten pissy sitting up in that nest by her lonesome for hours.
Is she in a watchtower? The young woman is dressed similarly, though her clothes are newer and cleaner. And her weapon isn't nearly as worn. She has a pleasant smile and friendly eyes, but there's an underlying frustration to her movements. She nods, slapping dust from her trousers. She seems unable to give her companion her full attention. Oh, I was actually planning to head to the pub. Like you said, it's been a hell of a day.
Pub o'clock, yeah? I'm parched. Hope we'll see you in there.
I've never heard that phrase in my life, yet it's glossaried like it's actually a thing when people say. Don't be a bloody idiot. If you're having a night at the Arms, we're taking the truck. You can walk back home. Ripper, see you in the morning, Elle. He nods to you, all of you, as he and Jonesy head for the pub door. Who the hell's Jonesy? Okay, bit of a hike to Bali, isn't it? It'll do them good. They can walk off the hangover. She turns her gaze back to the younger woman. Right, Mishti. Let's bag it in. We've got a free ride home and, like I said, Matt'll be getting pissy about being left out of all the action. To be fair, I thought today would be less eventful. But yeah, time to go. She sighs unhappily and steel creeps into her eye. Look, Ella, here are some facts you may have conveniently forgotten. She holds up 3 fingers on her right hand. 1, this may surprise you, but you're not my mom. She takes off her ring finger and touches her index finger. 2, I'm an adult, incapable of making my own decisions. Tonight, I choose to hit the pub. She folds in her index finger and glances at the remaining middle finger. And hey, there's point 3. Listen, my mind's made up. I'm having a few drinks, not planning to get wasted. Cut me some slack. And mate, we saved that boy at Key Road today. Can you understand that? We saved an innocent life. That's worth a fucking beer in my book. And you know what? We brought a sick man to Brookton today without thought of a reward. It's the kind of thing that gives me hope for humanity. So we saved 2 people. 2 beers! Ella looks like she's about to talk, but Mishti holds up her hand and keeps going. Plus, we know Taylor's farm was raided today. What if they come back? What if they want revenge? Brookton will need guns. Oh no, we're about to get into a battle. And I'm happy to have a pint and then stand guard. Shooting master success. If you're going to defend the town, drinking's a bad idea. It dulls your reflexes. You're absolutely right, just don't drink too much. Do it if you like, I'm not your keeper. Can I leave now? That is a good point. She nods. Solid. If you're going to say if, there's no point in going to the pub. Brookton's got 'em handled, Mishti. They don't need our guns here. Come on, why are you so dead set on staying? She looks at him defiantly. Jonesy promised to buy me a beer. You know how I feel about free beer. You pull my leg. Jonesy? She sits back and sighs. Kid, I've got stories about Jonesy that'll curl your pubes. That is disturbing. I wish I hadn't said that, assuming you've gotten any. Also disturbing. Can we not talk about her, hair? Listen to her. She's looking out for your best interests. Do what you want, kid. It's your life, your mistakes, your opportunities. See where the night takes you. Always a good idea to seize opportunities where you can find them. Why? Doesn't really matter. Do it while you can. Yeah. She throws up her hands. Why are you still involved in this conversation? I don't know, man. I just keep standing here and listening.
Anyway, Dreamer, I'm gone. I'd say don't do anything I wouldn't, but you're already way past that point if you're keen on a dickhead like Henry. I'll tell Matt you're drinking her beer.
She blows out a heavy sigh. Rough. And you weren't much fucking help. What is it with anyone over 25 wanting to make decisions for me? I left Meriden to get away from this. Hey, I supported you at the end. She takes a deep breath and lets it out through pursed lips. All right, pub o'clock it is. She spares you a glance. You coming? Apparently I am. Though I don't know how we're all fitting in this tiny little pub. Yeah, it's a bit squishy. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. I meant to click on Dreamer. She's talking animatedly, almost knocking over her glass of beer. Jonesy moves out of harm's way. That must be you. I'm looking to make new friends. See ya. He's listening to Mishti's enthusiastic recount of the day's events with half an ear and keeping tabs on the people in the bar with the other. Up for a chat? Oh yeah. You ready to sit down and share a few pints and have a yarn about how today went? That's great. Can you tell me about the ringer dude, though? He looks at Jonesy. He's drinking his beer and simply raises his eyebrow by way of assent. Come back when you are. Okay. Her entire attention is focused on her boyfriend. You couldn't interrupt her. Hey, was somebody calling me Noodles? Take it easy, I hope.
Having a good one, mate?
There she is. She greets you with arms wide open. Let me get you that drink. She draws you a beer and sets it in front of you. Nothing like a cold one on a thirsty day, Chook. She grins. I'm guessing you heard your fair share of that on the road, didn't ya? She's been calling the young uns that way since we were kids ourselves. She pours herself a sip of beer and raises her glass. To Frida. She drinks and sets the glass aside to be washed. Now, anything else I can do for you? I'll take that free beer now. You mean your second freebie of the night? Dealer's choice then, mate. She draws you a beer from a different tap. Got this one from a bloke in Alder's side. I hope this alcohol isn't going to impair my abilities in combat. Gotta put some hair on your chest if it doesn't kill you first. I don't need hair on my chest, dear. Enjoy. Thanks, man. I now just have alcohol in my hand. It's a questionable decision. Well, I guess I'm done. Yeah, okay. Hi, I'm done. I'm ready to have that chat now. You're gonna buy me a drink about the guy in the cage. What makes you think I'm interested in your opinion of how I run my town? He gives you a quick once-over, affecting boredom. How is it your town? Aren't you just a merchant who goes from point A to point B and then back to point A? Leadership average. I've dealt with Malkin before. I know what I'm doing. Seen it all, have you? At your sweet age. Something about you clearly hits the mark. He unhooks a key from his hip and tosses it to you. I'll be keeping an eye on both of you. No funny business. I'll lock you in there with him. Well, that was easy. I'm a little concerned about what this man's going to do if I'm going to get shoved into a cage. But we'll see what happens. So if you try to injure me as well, it's not going to end well. I hope you don't have any weapons on you. Oh, this could go so poorly. Save! Okay, come here. I wanted to know what he did though. He didn't tell me. Show him the key. Here, I'll let you out. I guess you want your payment now. He taps his chin with narrowed eyes, considering you. You haven't asked old Gut Wound about me yet, or I'd have heard of it. Do me a favour and ask him after I'm gone, will ya? His eyes sparkle with something that's not quite laughter. Something else then. He thinks a while longer, weighing his options or just testing your patience. Meriden, Angela, Pris, Laura Conroy. Connect the dots and you'll be on to a winner. Huh? Now, he sits back from the door of the cage, hands up. Work your magic. I don't know that I want to be close enough to him by unlocking the cage, but it seems polite. You know? The expression on his face doesn't change until you've unlocked the door. Then a feral smile slowly pulls his lips wide. Thanks, friend. He strolls out of the cage, whistling a jaunty tune. As he passes, he tries to knock you off balance, but fails. With a shrug and a wink, he sprints off through the southern gate. Catch you later, soft-heart. Yeah, I wonder how that's going to bite me in the ass later. It's done. Okay. Well, 'tis done. Bet you he's a murderer and a rapist. We'll never know. Unless Mick's going to finally, you know, speak on the matter. I'm ready to have that chat
Atta
now.
girl.
Jonesy picks up his beer and wanders off to find conversation elsewhere. Misty follows. Suddenly you're fixed by Mick's piercing gaze. Let's get down to brass tacks.
I know you're from Westonia stock, but I'm keen to see what you picked up. Give you some pointers on how you handled yourself out there. Reckon you'd be open to hearing my take on things?
Sure, why not? Well then, he gives you a measured look. Here we go. I always like to know what any new trade is up to in my town. I was delighted to hear about your keen eye for a bargain from both Alana and Sally. Sometimes the ability to suffer in silence can help you get ahead, but I'd be lying if I said what Ian Mason put you through was worth a few plinks in a tin can. You see him again? Don't put up with this shit. The rest of us don't. At the end of the day, I reckon you could do a lot of good around Brookton if you wanted to set up shop. You could do a lot of good around Westonia too. Choice is yours.
Now, tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, I don't really know what you want of me. I mean, you're not wrong. I thought so. He takes a sip of his beer. You don't live the life I have without becoming an excellent judge of character.
The sound of hail reaches your ears a moment before Sean bursts into the pub, screams and cloying smoke trailing in his wake.
The fuck just happened? One, the narrator sounds like she's on crack. Why is it suddenly hailing when it was sunny out 2 seconds ago and apparently it doesn't rain much here? And why is Sean screaming? And why is there cloying smoke in his wake? What the fuck just happened outside?
Get out here! We're under attack!
He's older than I thought. The growl of his voice carries in the shocked silence. Bloody mongrels. Let's show him what it means to tangle Brockton. I mean, we knew this was going to happen. I want a rifle! She grabs a rifle from the wall and cocks it. Let's rock! That's an Unreal Tournament reference. Paid in full. Complete the Barter Crew origin story. Oh, that was the origin I see.